Hello and welcome to the Lunch Break Gardener. So this is my tomato plant. It's a vine tomato plant and it's indeterminate, which means it can grow on indefinitely. Nothing will stop this growing unless I do. So these are trusses that the tomatoes grow on, and the main stem is called a branching stem because it has a number of different branches coming off it, which I will explain. It also has this growing tip, so unless you stop the growing tip, it will continue to grow providing the conditions are right. So the branches of the stem are grown from nodes, and the spaces in between the branches are called internode spaces, and it's really important that we don't let those spaces get too clustered with foliage because this can cause blight and other diseases. It's really important that the tomato plant has air circulating around it to help keep it disease free. So we have some exposed roots here at the base of the plant, and I will cover them, and by covering them it will help encourage more root growth. So as we go up the plant, we can see that the plant is covered in tiny hairs called trichomes, and they help the plant absorb nutrients from the air, which is why I like to keep the foliage low. They also help toughen the skin and prevent disease. But I never water the stem of my vine plant because this could encourage rot. It will destroy the trichomes, which toughen the skin. So this branch I'm holding here is a compound branch. I'll just show you a little bit of a better one. That's it. So a compound branch is a leaf branch which provides energy to the main stem, and compound basically means a leaf in many parts. So these branches will not be able to grow tomatoes. They have no buds on them, and you cannot take them as cuttings to grow other tomato plants. The branch that you take for cuttings is called a sucker, and here I've cut it off, but I'll show you this one, which is slightly further down. A sucker will grow at a 45-degree angle out of the axis of a compound branch, and it's called a sucker because its roots are attached to the main root hub of the plant. For this reason, you should always cut suckers off with a sterile knife when they are this big. You can pinch them out when they are smaller by hand, but the bigger the sucker, the bigger the wound they will leave behind. But suckers are great for growing on tomato plants halfway through the season. As you can see, this one has flowers on it, and I could increase my yield. So this is the final and most important branch of your tomato plant. It's the truss, and the truss has many stems which will grow flowers on them, which will in turn produce your tomatoes. So the flowers have both the male and female element to them, so simply tapping the branch will help to pollinate them and produce plenty of tomatoes. I hope that's helped with your tomato plant growing, and I'll see you next time.